Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we will be learning how to multiply and divide fractions. So basically, two fractions we're going to start off with. So fractions normally look like this, maybe 3/4. And if you were to multiply them, the multiplication sign would go next to this line that separates the 3, 4, and the 3 and the 4, but any kind of number you have, it could be 5/6, anything. But then we can't multiply it with anything if we don't have another fraction, or we could just do a whole number, but we're just doing together with fractions. So we need another fraction, and in this case, maybe, let's do 5/6 actually. So it's actually as easy as pi. Just all you need to do is just split it up. You don't multiply it vertically, but horizontally. You just take the two numbers, like you take the 3 and the 5 and the 4 and the 6, and you multiply 3 times 5 and 4 times 6, not 5 times 6 and 3 times 4. So basically, you don't need a common denominator. All you need to do is just multiply. So in this case, 3 times 5, which will equal 15, and this will get you a bit of a bigger fraction here. 4 times 6, it'll just increase the numbers like you do in regular multiplication, unless you're doing negative numbers. But anyways, we're focusing on this. And basically, here is your conclusion. Here's your answer, your total. 15 out of 24. Can we reduce, however? Yes, we can. We can reduce this fraction / simplify. So how can we do this? Well, it looks like we can divide maybe by 3. So we'll just divide by 3 here. Divide it by 3. So 15 divided by 3, I'm just going to do in my head here, 15 divided by 3 is 5, and 24 divided by 3 is 8. So we have simplified. 5/8 is our answer, or just 15/24 if you don't want to simplify, but it's always helpful to simplify in the end. So this is multiplication, but what about division? Let's do division, and let's have some different numbers here, maybe 7/9 divided by. So it's the exact same format as multiplication, just written with a division sign. And let's do 4/7. So you're probably like, how can you do this? Because look, it might result in a decimal, and you can't use decimals and fractions all the time. Like 7 divided by 4 and 9 divided by 7, what is that going to get you? That's going to be an interesting number, but there's actually a way easier way to do this. In fact, all you need to do is you can turn this into multiplication and still get your answer. All you need to do is you need to take the second fraction here, not the first one, the second. Well, you could, I guess, let's try. Maybe if we switched it, let's see what would happen. Maybe if we only switched one number, I think it would be the same. But anyways, we'll get to that later on. First, let's just switch this number for now. And so our answer here, our next step, we would have to switch it. It would become 7/4, an improper fraction, but it will still help us. But in this case, we don't even need this division sign anymore. What we do need, however, is a multiplication sign. So this will be our multiplication sign. So it's the exact same thing as multiplication. So 7 times 7 equals 49. You could just multiply from there. And 9 times 4, which will equal 36. However, this is a improper fraction. But before I get into improper fractions and mixed numbers, let me see what would actually happen if I did this instead. Let's see. Instead, we flip the other side over. Would we get the same answer? No, it is actually wrong. In fact, we have to go with this side always because it would be the other way. And we're multiplying it in a, oh sorry, I meant to do a 6 over here. In fact, it's actually making it a proper number, but normally in math you would actually have to do the second number. It's just, you just have to do it, it's a rule. And so that is why we've actually gotten an improper fraction, whereas we wouldn't have, we've just gotten a proper fraction over here. So just scratch that out over here so we can just kind of erase this part over here. But anyways, that's what would have happened if we didn't do that number. So that is why we have to do this second number. So anyways, we don't want to just leave off and finish with just an improper fraction. We want to make it sort of a proper fraction, but a mixed number. Let's change it into a mixed number. So basically, we have to divide 49 over 36. That's division. So how much does 36 go into 49? Basically, I mean, it goes into 4 0 times, so why don't we just do, it goes into 1 here. And we basically get 13, and this will be our numerator. So our big number we know is 1. If you haven't watched that video, go ahead and watch the improper fractions to mixed number video. And so we got 1. Our numerator is 13 and our denominator always stays the same, 36. Can we simplify? I don't think so, we can't, because these numbers don't match up with any other number here. Like nothing like 3, 4, 5, nothing. So it's just 1 and 13 over 36. And that will be our answer. Thank you for joining me in this video today.